Hi everybody, it's Diane here. No, this is not a rerun of the last video because this is what we wound up with last time. Let's do a collage in here. Why not? It's out. And put your thinking cap on. You know, this is just plain cardboard. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And then on the buster side, we have two plain things. So this is one I did. You know, this is just a typical collage. This is a very young Charlie. This is actually wrapping paper, scrapbook, some sheet music, spattering. Simple, but I like that. And then this one, any very observant longtime viewers may recognize it. That's an old ATC I did. That's a sticker, and the rest is scrapbook. So I use that as my focal image, and the rest scrapbook I even staple. It's glued, but I stapled it kind of just for effect. So for anyone that says, and why do you make ATCs or tags, or what's the point of that? They can be focal images on other work. Okay, well, I think we're going to go vertical because of this image on the side here. I thought that was kind of nifty. It's an old cigarette card, which is blown up. Those are about this big, so quite a bit. But I thought that was kind of cool, kind of different. I hadn't seen it before. Okay, and I also think it lends itself more towards scrapbook paper than glossy magazine. It's not bad. I do have film-related stuff in the back here, as some of you may know. It's not bad. And I do have other stuff, too, that's not scraps, other film stuff, I mean. Nah, that's a little too glitzy, glamour-ish for that look. No, I don't like that, but it's the same sort of look, style. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I'm going to sacrifice this, though. All right. No. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, there. I'm done. Goodbye. This is signed. I can't read it. It's out of focus because it was, you know, blown up so much. It looks like an R. Last name starts with an R. It's kind of interesting. You know, really, you don't need a lot of background. You can almost just border this. I would do black. I would probably just do a black marker, but just to get an idea. Okay, if it was bordered in black, and that was it, you could just write out Chaplin or something, couldn't you? You're saying this is turning out to be kind of lame. Well, no, there's a difference between lame and a simple, clean effect, right? Clean and, they call it clean and simple. CNS. All right, well, the video may be lame. I guess I would have to border it on this side of the spiral, right? All right, folks. I'm going to pause and do that. You don't have to watch my hair get in the picture as I'm trying to do a border. I'm going to do a black border all the way around. I'm not sure if I'll just do it on the edge or come in a little bit, or I could do both. Could do edge and then come in and have like a double border since this is so simple. Come back and see what she did. Hang on. Okay, we're glued down. I did add a couple of those scrapbook paper slides. Clean and simple was lapping into plain and boring. Okay. Yeah, I found out my black marker is running out that I keep back here. But actually, I think it's okay because of this. Solid black would be very good too because of his hat and hair. But I think it's all right at this juncture. I can always go over it with a better, not running out marker. Okay, what if we write Chaplin, well, spell out Chaplin or Charlie. I'm leaning towards Chaplin in magazine letters. Well, it's kind of small. All right. If I'm desperate, those are kind of short. I wanted taller letters. So we're looking for letters. Isn't that fun? Well, here's an N. And forgive me if I don't do this well and miss letter, because I have to kind of in my mind go C, H, A. Well, we do need an I, don't we? You know, I don't know. That's just the way. You know, you can't. I also discovered it's hard for me to eat and write at the same time. I usually stop chewing while I'm writing. Which, no, that doesn't happen too often. But yes, sometimes, you know, I'm trying to write something real quick while I'm eating lunch or something, and it doesn't always work. And apparently she can't hunt for letters of a word. She has to do it. Gee, dang, that's so interesting. Yeah, I know. What kind of a stupid video is this? To listen to this woman explain how she finds letters in a magazine? Who cares? Just find them. Well, that's kind of a boring C, but it's not a bad size. Yeah, is it too boring? Let's mark that. And then she was picky about it besides, yeah. Okay, just O and F. All right, not other big letters there. Well, that's not a bad A with dark. Well, any of them. That one has more dark behind it. Oh, an H. I'm not doing too bad. All right. Come on. You're not doing too bad hunting. You're not doing very well cutting. Sorry. Or talking. It's getting kind of late. I'm supposed to be starting dinner. I'm probably hungry, but I thought I could do this kind of quickly. C-H-A, a C, a P, and L. There's that ad I love so much, again. Well, that C isn't too bad either. Oh, a P. But the way the A is, it's going to run into it, and I don't like that. see what I'm saying? If you cut the P straight, you're going to catch this part of the A, so you have to cut it at an angle or cut it out. We've been around that block several times. Well, that's a C that has a little interest to it, and he has red in his tie. Oh, this is all one thing. I thought it was one of those secret open things. It's not. It's an L too. I think we're getting, well, unless we go all the way across. I was kind of thinking of just in this area, but all right, I'll take the L too. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, this is like a cardstock type weight paper. I think that's too big. The C is okay. Those would be good. You think it's too short? I like the style and the colors. Oh, but the W is going to run into the L, Diane. Yeah, you're right. Well, it is a tad small or short. Let's see if we can find a better one. I don't think that really goes with anything. It's not bad though. That letter is hard to find. You learn that too. I know there were a couple P's there. I didn't like them. All right, well, let's look in this quick. And then we may just have to settle because I'm not spending the rest of my life looking for the perfect letter. Need a Q? Those are hard to find. Come on, I'm not seeing very big letters in this magazine. All right, afar. You're not winning points with your fonts. Come on. Yeah, well, that was a big letdown. Just speed that up. Yeah, she's taking it slow. She looked through a magazine for a half hour. It's kind of a not too exciting L, but it would work. I would guess, at any rate. Yeah, that's okay. Not terribly exciting. All right, I may have to go back and get one of those P's that we saw. Okay, I guess I'm going to settle and come back. I imagine it will be done. Hang on. Okay, folks, I think I'm done. I didn't do anything different other than go to bed and get up and it's sunny and very cold. Okay, I think that's kind of cool. And I looked it up. The artist was Alexander Ritchie, Ritchie, and he signed things Alec, Alick. He was born in Scotland. He lived in London. He did a lot of illustrations for magazines such as Vanity Fair. Kind of cool. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.